to Open Line. We are talking about the Ahmaud Arbery case down in Georgia, the young man who was shot and killed about 2 months ago. 2 arrests just made. We have plenty of calls to get to, so I want to try to get to as many as we can here in the next few minutes. Arlene is on the line. Arlene, thank you for being with us. Go ahead.
Well, good afternoon. Thank you for taking my call.
Sure.
Am I live?
Yes, you are. Go ahead.
Okay, my question is kind of for both attorneys, particularly starting with Mr. Scruggs. Can he give an example? Because he made a statement that he didn't think the incident was racially motivated. So to ponder that, to flip the other side of that coin, I wanted him to give an example of a shooting that's occurred, white on white, in relationship to an allegation of committing a burglary in the state of Tennessee, or if he knows of a law that occurred in Georgia. I'll wait off air for my answer. Thank you.
Arlene, thank you. Mark, it was directed at you.
Well, first off, I didn't say that I didn't think it was racially motivated. I said that I had not heard or read of any evidence that it was in fact racially motivated. I certainly understand the history of racial tension in this country and the plight of persons of color. There's no doubt. And you can certainly intuit that there is a racial element in this case. It's pretty much common sense, but you know, as a lawyer and in a court of law, we can't go there unless there's some type of evidence to that effect. And can I cite a specific case? I'm not real clear on what she's talking about in terms of whether there have been racial cases in Tennessee. Yes, I'm sure that there have been racial cases in Tennessee. I can't particularly cite one where that is actually, that issue's been litigated, but I'm certain that there are.
And just to be clear, I've asked Mark at times here throughout the show to play criminal defense attorney for me here of how he would present this case if he were hired by the McMichaels, how we might see this play out in the next couple of months. So I know as people watch this show and come in and out of the room or just listening via Facebook, you might catch bits and pieces and think, oh, what's he saying? So just to be clear, I've asked him to play that role because that's what you do as your day job, is play criminal defense attorney. So Arlene, I just wanted to clear that up as well. Let's get to Ray on the line. Ray, thank you for being with us. What's your call tonight about? What's your question?
Actually, I just wanted to make a statement in regards to the Arbery case in itself.
Yes, go ahead.
Well, for one, I wonder. I've been following it, and one of the question has arisen from different calls and callers in regards to race and profiling and the tension between race and the case in itself. And one thing that I was wondering, if this would probably had been a white male perhaps in that area jogging, would this be the same event that could happen in regards to that person also, as opposed of a black male being there? And one thing that I also wanted to indicate was the time frame in which all the information was handed back to the district attorney. Can there be an audit from each person that was involved, from the sheriff to the DA, back in 5 to 10 years in regards to other cases that have been possibly handled by these people, and see if there's other people have been mistreated at some point in time?
That's a great.
I think that's going to be important.
Yeah, I think so too. And I want to get your thoughts on this, BJ, real quickly. Can folks look back at this point, or is there any charge of negligence for the DAs who have passed over this case and said there's no crime being committed?
That's a very good question. It's the cases that this DA has prosecuted or declined to prosecute are well, special cases that have been prosecuted are public record that can be reviewed. As far as a negligence factor in this case, it would be very difficult to bring a negligence charge or a negligence case against this prosecutor on their prosecutorial discretion on what they have deemed to be a good case to file on or not. I think there may be opportunity to look into some of their previous cases and some of their interactions with some of the people they've
sure come in contact with. Yeah.
Prosecute are not to prosecute. I have heard, and I can't say of any specific cases, but I have heard that there have been issues and claims in that office in the past of bias from
I wish we had more time to flesh this out, because I know it's going to be such an important issue that is sure to come up down there. But I have to say quickly, BJ, Mark, thank you for joining us tonight. It has been a pleasure to hear your opinions on both sides and your insight. So thank you. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back after this.